second channel. What is up? Welcome to the channel that we do not edit, we do not add music. This is as raw as it gets, and today's the most exciting. Today's really exciting. I mean, look at Penny. You see how exciting this is? The shop project has officially begun. This is insane. We're gonna design it in this video, but we have a lot to do before we get there. So sit back, enjoy just me and you chatting. Someone commented this, and it's like really real. This channel feels like a conversation, or no, how did it say? I forgot what he said, but this channel is more like a conversation, chill, laid back, and the main channel is an event. So for today, we're just chatting. There's Penny. Crystal behind the camera. Let's get started. We have a lot to do. We are doing an oil change on my wife's Mercedes. The rebuild that we did on the channel. Well, the main channel. It needs an oil change. But currently, we got 2 Corvettes in there, meaning we had to bring out some ramps. We got some oil. We got some more oil because I'm also going to do an oil change for Papa Z. But we're going to start with this car. Never mind. The car's too low. We got to jack her up. I totally forgot we got to remove this entire shield. Or is it the one back here? I don't remember. To get to the pan. And I have not been under this car since we took the 1,000 or 2,000 mile trip all the way up to the Tail of the Dragon. This car has already done 4,700 miles. Yes, I know I took a little long to do the oil change, but been solid as it gets. So thankful. Ow. No. Oh my gosh. Oh. So that quickly escalated into an absolute mess. Oil's fully drained. Now time to top it off, but look at this. Oh my gosh. And the funny thing is, there's a detail. That's so funny. How did that even get in here? Now we gotta clean the Mercedes. Another thing, one of you guys stopped me the other day and asked me, what would you prefer, Audi, Mercedes, or BMW? I am loyal to whatever is loyal to me. And so far, this car has been nothing but a dream and has done us no wrong. So right now, I am a super mega fan of Mercedes over those two. Now, I know what you're saying. Wow, that's crazy. But hear me out. The car looks incredible. It sounds like a breathing dragon from Game of Thrones. And it's been nothing but reliable. And after rebuilding this car, I literally have not... Oh, it's kind of a mess, but I literally have not looked at it, done anything aside from the oil change you saw me do in this video. I just absolutely love it. And I love it so much that I've been looking at other Mercedes on Copart, and I'm like, should I rebuild another one for me? I don't know. I fell in love with the platform. I really did. This is like the only car I've ever rebuilt that after the rebuild, it's been enjoy what you worked so hard to bring back on the road. No issues, nothing. Now, it is the lowest mileage car I've ever rebuilt aside from the M3, but that's like a headache in its own. So I think this is how it goes. Mercedes, BMW, Audi. That's how we're going to put the list right now. Yes, you heard me. You heard it here, folks. And why Mercedes is at the top, like I said, reliability, interior is just so amazing. I just love the interior of the Mercedes. Now, Audi does have better interior than BMW, but I do just love BMW and everything about it. It's tunable. It's awesome. But Mercedes at the top right now. By the way, it is unbelievably hot here in Florida. I also just remember we have a really cool modification right there. Pretty cool. It's for the interior. We're going to throw it on as soon as we figure this out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's what's happening. All the doors are closed, but that little light is staying on. And when the car turns on, it's saying the front right and rear right door is open, which they're not. So we purchased both door lock actuators, and we're gonna change them out. Hopefully that fixes the issue so this car doesn't die overnight anymore. Here we go. This is the unit that we have to remove. Oh, this thing is like soft and broken. Okay, so this is the unit that we have to remove, but before we remove this, we have to remove the entire door panel, I believe. One, let's reach. Yes. Yes. Oh, baby. Look at that. Windows down, and I see the bolt. I stripped the final bolt. I stripped the final bolt, and I don't have a T30. I only have T25s. So we're gonna skip this, and let's move on to the rear. I at least want to see if this fixes the door issue, and then tomorrow we'll come back and finish this one. Whoever had the genius idea of doing this, what is wrong with you? The car, the rear door should be closed and the front one should still be open. Yeah, let's go. Okay, that was easy. Okay, door is fully back together. Even when we're closing it now, it took a nice firm, and the rear door is also done, but let's see if we fixed it. So before we were getting a sensor that the doors were open when both the doors were closed. So now, let's go in here. See how that's on? Before, even when we close the doors, it would be on, but now we fixed it. Yes. And that is the reason why the car was draining overnight. So I took it off the trickle charger, and if it turns on perfectly tomorrow morning, it means, ladies and gentlemen, we fixed the issue. Weird transition, I know, but we have a modification for a car you guys haven't seen in a while. I cut my finger really bad, by the way. And the neighbors are in the back just yapping. And the car is... Ooh, look at that front end. Here's the deal with the X5M. You guys saw it. I had to take it home. I don't know if you saw that clip. Well, I don't know how, but the battery just fixed itself. I left it charging for a couple days, and the charger never charged it. I then jump-started it, drove it to the gym, and the battery fixed itself. So not always, maybe don't always trust the charger. The battery's good. The X5M in general is such a weird car because I go months without driving it, and then it works, and then I drive it for like a couple months, and then I leave it. Either way though, today, right now, we're installing the F17 Elite dash cam from Redtiger. This thing is 4K, 1080p, and 2.5K. And it's got the Starvis too, if you know, you know. So we're gonna throw this on the car because we need a dash cam now that we're back to daily driving this car. And you know what's really funny about this camera? When Cristobal and I took that long trip with the Mercedes to the tail of the Dragon, all the footage that we filmed me driving the car was from this camera. This thing is absolutely awesome. The view, everything, I absolutely loved it. So it's awesome they sent me on another one for this car. Now you have the front camera that's facing towards the road, the in-cabin, and you can also do a rear camera. Which I'm not gonna do the rear. We're just gonna keep it simple. Gonna put the dash cam right there. Here's the rear camera, by the way. You can wire that in. Again, I'm choosing not to, but you have that awesome option. Of course, I will be linking this camera in the description because you guys all need a dash cam. You do, trust me. And I hope this never happens to you, but if you ever get into an accident and you have a dash cam, it is very, I mean, it is literally proof that you're in the right. But if you're in the wrong, then maybe don't show the footage. Oh, that looks good right there. I love how this camera looks. Now, I believe the front camera is 4K, the in-cabin camera is 1080p, and the rear camera is 2.5K. So you got all the HD that you need to get that clear, perfect shot. Look how cool this is. Take picture. That's so cool. Now, it also comes with a hardwire kit, where if you use that, you can actually have it so even when you turn the car off, the car's still feeding 12 volts into the camera or whatever voltage. And if someone tries to like touch your car, get on your car, anything, well, it's always filming and it knows and it tells you. And the nighttime footage is amazing. The Starvis 2 really makes it look like daytime every time. Oh, and I almost forgot, you can also control everything through the app as well, which is great. So I will link it in the description. Okay, there's a wasp nest like right up there. I'm gonna get a really long stick, poke it, and if they start coming after me, we're gonna go with the leaf blower. Danny against wasp nest. Here we go. I got it. Penny, run. They're still there. I guess they'll leave. I don't know. Another thing, we literally saw a coyote. Oh my gosh, a coyote. Whoa. Okay, well, Penny, your time wandering outside is over. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Coyotes and little dogs. Not a great mix. This thing has been on here for years. It's out. We're putting Bentley seats in the Santa Fe. That is so funny. But okay, the main channel is an event, and the second channel is the hangout. I love that term and that feel. So now when I'm filming for the second channel, it's just we're hanging out, we're chilling. Look at that full Bentley in here. You like the new Bentley?
Yeah.
And the first seat covers in. Look how good that looks. Are you kidding me? Yes. So before we go in the MacBook, the computer, and we start setting up the shop, I do have a massive new unveiling, I guess you could say. We're changing things up completely. Last time I spoke about the shop, as you can see, the entrance to the side of the house is through here, right? My plan was to go straight and the shop would be right there looking at us, all lovely and beautiful. But that is completely changing because I'm changing the layout of the shop and the size of the shop. So now, come on, let's run. We're in coyote territory right now, okay? So we gotta be alert. On a serious note, now, instead of the shop being here, the shop is gonna be over there. Now, it's not gonna be here, it's gonna be back there, but everything is super overgrown right now because it is summer. We saw a coyote, and I don't wanna go back there right now. So the shop is gonna be on that side, and you will see why now that we're gonna go to design the shop in the computer. I think it's a way better layout, but I do have to tell you guys, we were gonna do a 30 by 50. We're now upping it to a 30 by 60. We got 10 more feet, baby. You know what we can do with 10 more feet? We can put a gym.
Oh, yeah?
I'm so excited. I'm literally gonna live there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be in the house at all. I'm just
Okay.
gonna be in there. So I just want you to know that.
So the house is for me and Penny.
The house is for you and Penny. No, Penny's coming with me.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I'm by
Penny's coming with me,
myself.
so you're by yourself.
So you're stealing my dog.
Okay, I think we should go to the computer and do some editing on the shop. But yeah, it's gonna be a 30 by 60. I tell them before. I'm just gonna tell them before they see it.
Okay.
You probably saw it on Instagram. Crystal made me go to Pilates. I had to go to Pilates. It was like this whole event. It was fun, but I'm not gonna lie. Those girls are brutal. Those girls are just insane. And when they're like, pulse. What do you mean pulse? I already did like 30 reps and now you want me to pulse the movement?
Yep.
It was terrible. Here's a video of me squatting. I was like the only guy there. There was like 3 other guys all the way in the back. But it was fun. You know, I had to make the wife happy. So that's... Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm sorry, y'all. You guys may view me differently now. This might be the first time you guys ever see the office. I don't think I filmed it, but we did the back of the wall in Yankees blue with the Yankees logo. As you know, I love the New York Yankees. They are my everything. We're also on the main camera because the audio is so bad in here. So I hope this mic helps. I don't know. Okay, so this was the original design. A 30 by 50. I had I think it's called Old Town Gray on the exterior, black roof. I had one big garage door in the middle and then a little side door, 2 windows on both sides, and I didn't have a garage door in the back, which was not the best idea. Cool design, very nice, but after thinking about it, so I wanted 14-foot high ceilings, correct? Because I wanted to do it a little loft. I talked to the guy that actually showed up. If I do go with this company, you guys are gonna find out who they are and everything. He actually came to the house. We walked the property. He talked to me because he does all these shops like all the time. And he told me that if I really want a loft, I need 16-foot ceilings. I can do it with a 14, but it's gonna be like very cramped. So I figured if I can have a nice loft with 14-foot ceilings, I'd rather go down to 12 feet, still have a lift, and we can put that budget of 2 feet ceiling that I'm not gonna have into a longer shop. That's how we went from a 30 by 50 to a 30 by 60. We took the 2 feet that we would have spent on that off, and now we're doing a 30 by 50. Or a 30 by 60, sorry. For the lift layout and the shop layout, the original one we were going to put the shop door in the very front, and then the lift would have been off to the side kind of. So imagine you walk into the shop door on the 30 side, lift is angled over here, and you can still drive cars to the back. I think that layup was really cool because I saw it on a YouTube video and I really liked how it looked, but it wasn't as efficient. And now that we got a 30 by 60, here is the new layout. So obviously we have the big shop door in the front, 12 by 10, a little mini door on the side. On the right side, so since the shop is not gonna be on this side of the property, on the right side, we're gonna have a 10 by 10 shop door, and that's where the lift is going to be located. So we're gonna have the big bay in the front to take pictures, video, smaller work on cars, like we can get some quick jacks, lift it up, do like an oil change, or do the Timu stuff there. It should be just really simple stuff. And then we'll have the lift for complicated things like exhaust or doing turbos, dropping an engine, this and that. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have these two areas, whereas the setup from before, we didn't have that. We just kind of had the lift up to the side, and it would have been really awkward, especially because we didn't have two main doors in a way. So now we're gonna have the big door in the front, pull in and out, also store cars. We're gonna be able to store so many cars in there. And in the back, we'll have like the workbench, all the tools, everything, lift right there. And I believe I put it at the separation from the wall for the, let me check, the side garage door, the separation from the wall is like 12 feet from the wall. So we have like plenty of room. Here's the lift, here's the end of the shop. That is 12 feet. So we're gonna have plenty of room there. We're gonna have plenty of room in the front because we're gonna have 40 feet towards the front to just do whatever we want. It's gonna be so exciting, and I'm happy that it's finally getting started. I think I'm gonna put in the deposit sometime this week. When the deposit is in, we can start working on the permits. That takes about 2 to 3 weeks, and then we can get to work. Now the guy did ask me, he could be the contractor and he could find the concrete, how much dirt we have to put, because right now the house is elevated, I believe 15 feet above sea level. The shop needs to be at that or at 14 feet, and we're gonna need a lot of dirt to get it up there. So it might be thousands of dollars in dirt, which is so funny. So I'm gonna see, and then I'm gonna need someone for concrete. So if you do concrete, let me know, because I kind of want to find things myself to save money rather than have him do everything and pay for his time. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. We got the shop door on the side, 10 by 10 with the lift in the back. Got the big 12 by 10 shop door in the front. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people that watch this have their own shop and just have more knowledge. Oh, also, we did this really cool on the colors. We did like a bottom, the wainscot at the bottom. It's like black, so it's gonna be really cool. I love it. I can't wait. And the shop is pretty much gonna match the house with the black roof and the gray exterior, black trim, and the black wainscot at the bottom. Well, not very soon. This is gonna probably take 4-5 months around there. So, but yeah, at least we're getting started. At least we're getting started. That's the important part. With that being said, let me know your guys' opinions. I think this is really, really cool. I mean, I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. And if you have your own shops, email me. If you guys have your own shop, we gotta think of layouts. So email me here, like your shop layout and stuff like that. Or if you do concrete, or like tearing down trees and stuff, that would be great too. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the second channel, the best channel in the world, because we just talk. It's a conversation. It's not an event like the main channel. All right, but we do have so much going on the main channel, and we're buying a car this week. Trying to decide what car, but we're pretty sure we're buying a car this week. Go Yankees. Aaron Judge, get better, please.